RDA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Brooklyn Barons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Up to the 27-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second and 4. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Tackle made.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He wants the ball. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 30. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a 1st quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Barons 0. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At the 43-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Again, the ball
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tranquil. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Rams' 42-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Rams 7, Barons nothing.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A quick slant to Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. And sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Second and 2. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and Rams will get the football back.
Intercepted.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open nose, Metcalf, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
The 35-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
For the running back.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 43. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right. This is caught, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season, and the Rams add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Second and 9 now. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Jackson on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play that time for the Rams. 51 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another try for Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Barkley. And this time he is in. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, and touchdown. Touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Los Angeles.
Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff looking right. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
Have got it. Go the other way.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Lions have got it going the other way. And they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On the option, here's Juszczyk. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth.
They'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. Bring it back. It's an interception. Return for a Rams touchdown. defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score Rams 42, Barons 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And they'll begin by running the option. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for LA, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year.